And I was like, what is this about? What?
That's okay though. For being so young, you're very, very smart. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So keep up the good work, man, and stay flat, okay?
Okay, I'm a flat earther. She couldn't do it. I'm a flat earther. I'm a flat earther. I'm a flat earther. I'm a flat all she did was walk away. And I was like, what is this about? What?
That's okay though. For being so young, you're very, very smart. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So keep up the good work, man, and stay flat, okay?
Okay, I'm a flat earther. Couldn't do it.
Up for sound bites. This is awesome.
Hello everyone, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome back to Anti-Religious Scripture Study with Karen B. and Just Jack.
Hey.
Hey.
Shabbat Shalom.
We've had a couple of weeks off, and we're back.
Yes, the weather change has also changed me. I've had symptoms the last couple of weeks. Didn't feel like it was, it wasn't fair to the audience to have me mute every 5 seconds to cough or whatever. So I'm glad we're back. It's been a long couple of weeks, but resting's not a bad thing to do every once in a while. So
no.
And excuse my background noise. We do have guests over, and my children act extra when there's guests over. So.
All right. So, a couple of weeks ago, we did the chapter 33. So we're going to be doing
Episode
chapter 34.
21, chapter 33.
Correct.
Yep. And it was about Jacob finally leaving his father-in-law's house and coming back home and wondering how his brother was going to treat him, because last time he saw him, he basically tricked his father into blessing him with the birthright, which he already was promised the birthright back when Esau gave it up because he was starving to death and he wanted some soup, basically. And when he went off, he was thinking, if I come back, my brother's going to kill me. So he sent his part of his wealth that he gained from his father-in-law's house and sent it forward as a gift to his brother to say, I'm honoring you as the Lord of this land. And it turned out well. Esau was like glad that Jacob was back, and it's also Esav and Yaakov, but it was a methodical way to approach his brother, because his brother's not going to wipe out animals that are coming to him, and later on people that are coming to him, and it was very nervous for Yaakov because he had seen that his brother brought a bunch of people with him, so he's like, maybe he's ready to go to war. So I'm going to read the disclaimer just because that's what we do. I don't really...
Yeah, I was going to say, did you want to go ahead and do the disclaimer?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a couple of weeks, so maybe people forgot it.
Right. Maybe we're
not only that, but I know there are people who actually hate that I read it every week, so that makes me want to read it more.
Well, haters gonna hate.
That's right.
Cry baby's gonna cry.
All right, just Jack's disclaimer. To the religious, if you believe it's wrong to study scripture outside of your religion or denomination, if you believe your religious leaders or church fathers are incapable of having inherited anti-scriptural traditions of men, if you've already made up your mind about scripture, including the scripture shouldn't be studied at all, then this stream is not for you. To others, if you are open-minded to others' opinions, if you haven't made up your mind about scripture, if you've been turned off to religion but believe there's truth in scripture that may have been changed or hidden by religion, if you live according to scripture and like to dig in and discover more, this stream is for you. We are looking at scripture from a non-religion perspective, as well as life experience discussion. We are not here to argue with others about theology or doctrine by the traditions of men, including Catholicism, Christianity, or Judaism. We will be discussing the importance of origins to show how religions contradict the scriptures. And there we go. One moment, please. And this is why I didn't want to do this last week, because it would have been a lot more often that I was pausing and muting. So.
Yeah. I hear ya.
All right. So, just a little background again. If you remember when the sisters were fighting for Yaakov's affection and giving him children, the beloved one, Rachel, didn't have his child till the last. And there was this back and forth competition between Leah and her servant, and Rachel and her servant, like, trying to have more children than the other, right? Mm-hmm. And the only daughter that was mentioned of was this Dinah, which is the feminine form of the judge. This is Leah's daughter. So this is not the beloved of Yaakov, but it appears that Leah, this is my own perspective, choose what you will, but she seems to be the more righteous wife, the more good wife, the more in love with Yaakov rather than in love with the competition, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And also, Rachel stole the idols from her father and started that whole drama and sat upon the idols and said, don't approach me, father, I'm in the way of the woman, showing that the laws that are later written down in Exodus were already established before they got written down. Mm-hmm. There was a manner of knowing what it means to be pure, to be set apart for a specific reason, including a woman's monthly cycle when she's reproducing baby-making homes in their womb, right? So they have this monthly cycle, and they're supposed to be set apart during those times. So this also is going to be referring to how set apart and specific, and it's going to seem culturally separated, right? Like in America, you know, we basically, and I say we as in the whole of the United States looks at pre-planned marriage as a bad thing. However, a lot of people, if you ask them, you know, what they thought about the pre-planned marriage, a lot of them are like, well, it was rough at first, but then now we truly love each other. We would do anything for each other. We'd die for each other. So it's hard for us culturally to think, well, you know, I'll give you a for instance. Like my daughter, I don't want this guy to marry my daughter and raise my grandchildren in a materialistic, news-fearing, you know, there's all these problems that this world gives us that I need him to have a basic foundation to say, okay, even if we don't agree 100% on everything, this is the kind of guy that I could trust. I would rather spend time with my family than spend time with employment to make more money, right? Family is more important to me. But this world is kind of like, if your family is really important to you, you have to work more, right? That's the Dina is supposed to be in the culture of the family where they choose